This program contains adult language and situations which may be considered offensive to some viewers and/or children, but more likely their parents.
Oh my god, oh there's gravy. Oh my god. So do I have a fucking story for you kids? Like I don't have a fucking story every single fucking day here. So today, oh my god. Today on April 11th, 2018, I decided that I was gonna go to the what do you call it? I was gonna go to the fucking the buffet at the Fallsview Casino today. Okay, now back in April, or not April, back in August of 2017, I tried to go to Toronto on the fucking bus, and I was denied entry into Canada due to my due to like whatever charges, you know, whatever the fuck the charge. And they told me that in order for me to come back to Canada, I would have to produce fucking court disposition, just, you know, proving what I was convicted of. Again, I was convicted ultimately of a harassment, second-degree harassment. So, okay, which isn't, it's, from what I understand, it's not considered a crime. It's considered a violation. It's considered, you know, it's in the same, you know, it's the same legal equivalent of a parking ticket. Okay. So, where's my backpack? I gotta get up now. What the fuck? So, today I went, and I had my court disposition with me too. I went to, I was going to try to go to the Fallsview today, Fallsview Casino. And let me just make sure this is it before I sit down again. Okay, here we go. So, oh my god. So, this is what happened, okay? I went to the Falls, I tried to go to the Fallsview, and I was walking across the bridge. I got to customs. They found that, you know, found out about my, you know, whatever. So, okay, whatever. You know, it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to be fucking, you know, where I'm going to be fucking held, because, whatever. It happened before, and I'm not gonna, like, sweat it. So, I'm being fucking held. I'm over here, and I'm just, Hold up. Oh. Is this did fat fucking Frank get fucking arrested again? I don't know. Anyway, they hi gravy. So I went across the border to go to fucking Fallsview, and they held me. Okay, whatever. I was expecting them just to let me go through. I got my fucking court disposition, and it just says, you know, I've been convicted of a harassment, second-degree harassment. Let's see here. Second-degree harassment, and it's 240.26 of the New York Penal Code. That's the law, I guess. 240.26. The New York State Penal Code. Let's look that up. Okay, let's look that up. Okay, it's fine. It says harassment second degree. And it does say violation here. Hi, Gravy, what are you doing? So, from what I understand, from what my lawyer told me, it was a violation is like the lowest charge you can get, pretty much. It's a fucking parking ticket is a violation, okay? Disorderly conduct is a violation. So, with that said, they denied me access to Canada over this. Now, this is what they actually told me. Okay, they said that I was convicted of a harassment, which in the States is it's second degree harassment, so it's a violation. And if which a violation, if you committed it here, would be it would be up to 15 days in jail. And since I was in jail 28 days, I got time served, and I was able to get out later that day. So, okay, so a violation is like 15 days in jail at the most. That's what my lawyer said. So, here's the thing though. Here's the thing that I didn't know. Is that if you're convicted of anything in the States here, it does show up when you try to cross the border. However, they don't look at it. The Canadians don't look at it as, oh, you got charged with a violation of harassment. Okay, what they do is they try to find the Canadian equivalent of the charge. So, in New York State, I was convicted of second-degree harassment, and that is as per section 240.26 of the New York Penal Code. Okay, so they're trying to look for to see like the Canadian equivalent. So they go by what the Canadian equivalent would be. And they found it. And here's what it says. If committed in Canada, so if I were to go to Canada somewhere and harass somebody while I'm in Canada or live in Canada or whatever, and, whatever, I make a threat towards somebody in Canada or something, if committed in Canada, this offense would be a violation of 264 parentheses 1 parentheses D of the Criminal Code of Canada / criminal harassment. This is an indictable offense subject to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 10 years as per 264 parentheses 3 parentheses A of the CCC, which I'm assuming is Criminal Code of Canada. So, while if I harass somebody in the States here, I would get 15 days in jail. But if I were to harass somebody in Canada, it would be up to 10 years in jail. 10 fucking years in jail. Could you imagine what would happen if it was somebody in Canada and I said I was going to rip the baby out of her womb? Could you imagine? I'd be in jail for 10 years for that. Now that's just saying, it'll be at the most 10 years. So that's saying I would get the full 10 years, but it would be 10 years. It would be like up to 10 years. So they told me that because of this, I'm actually banned from Canada for life. Yeah. Now, they did tell me that there is a way to appeal it. However, I have to wait 5 years from 2017. So it's let's see. It would be 5 years from June 21st, 2017. So what would that actually be? So let's see here. It would be 2018. And in June it would be 1 year. And then 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. It would be 5 years. June 21st, 2022. I can appeal that by. I would have to. What do you say? I have to petition the Canadian consulate, which is in New York City. They have a Canadian consulate in New York City, and they have one in LA as well, I guess. And I would have to petition a Canadian consulate. Now, fortunately for me, this can be all done online, so I don't have to go back and forth to New York City or anything like that. But it's ridiculous. It's for over a parking ticket. Now, why did this shit happen when I was arrested with Barf? Yeah, I did get hassled at the border, but they always let me through. And it's something I don't get. Why is this all of a sudden now I'm banned for life from Canada? Now, I'm not exactly sure. Let's see here. I mean, both of the convictions were violations. With the shit with Barf and the shit with this protected party bullshit. They're both fucking violations. So, I don't see why I don't know. But, you know, with the thing with Barf was that I would try to go across the border and they would just fucking hold me for like 10 minutes and be like, oh yeah, you could go through. But now they're like, oh, you're banned for life from Canada or whatever the fuck. Now, let's look that up. Let's look at Canada criminal, what is it? Criminal harassment. It's not a fucking, I don't know. It's like the same fucking crime. Let's see. Canadian criminal code, and what was it? 264. I'm going to look up the definition of this. Parentheses 3. Wait a minute. Parentheses 1. Parentheses D. 1 parentheses D. Let's see that. Uttering threats. Okay, so that's what it says. Everyone commits, I'm looking at this, everyone commits an offense who in any manner knowingly utters, conveys, or causes a person to receive a threat. And what was that A? Oh no, that was D. Let's see, D. Where's fuck's D? What happened to fucking D? Oh, okay, I see how this goes. 264 parentheses 1. 1D. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. 261 or 264 1 A B C. Let's see here. 3A. See, it says here is guilty of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years. So it says 2 years here. On this website it says 2 years. I don't see anything on here. Gravy, cut the shit. Cut the shit, Gravy. It says 2 years here. Now there's different 18 months, 5 year. Oh, you see. Violate. What the fuck? 264-1. And then it says D, but there is no fucking D here. A is to cause death or It's a threat to cause death or bodily harm to any person. A threat to burn, destroy, or damage real or personal property, or C, to kill, poison, or injure an animal or bird that is the property of any person. It doesn't have a D to it, though. Hold on. Gravy, cut the fucking shit. Fucking dig it into my fucking... Oh, here we go. Criminal harassment. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here, I found it. Criminal harassment. No person shall, without lawful authority and knowing that other person is harassed recklessly as to whether the other person is engaged in conduct referred to in the subsection 2 that causes the other person reasonably in all the circumstances to fear for their safety or fear for anyone known to them. Prohibited conduct. 2. The conduct mentioned in subsection 1 consists of A, repeatedly, so what was it? I want to make sure they get this shit right. 264. What? For 3A. Oh, this is so hard to read. Oh my god. Okay, engaging in threatening conduct directed at the other person or member of their family. So I guess that's what the fuck is, you know, that. And then punishment is with 3A. Oh yeah, indictable offense and is liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 10 years. Okay. So here's what I don't understand. Why was I just like held when it was with barf, but in this case I'm banned from Canada? I think I have a an answer to that, but let me think of this. So here's what's fucking going on, okay? That when I got arrested by the protected party right now, I was ultimately convicted. I was dropped down to a violation of a harassment, second degree, and that's it. When I got arrested by BARF, it was same fucking charges. I think they actually added in a stalking charge with fucking BARF. If I remember correctly, there was a stalking charge involved. And there was also a harassment charge. But they also ultimately reduced it to a disorderly conduct. Now let's look that up. Disorderly conduct, New York, state. Okay. See, it says here, disorderly conduct is codified in New York penal, it says penal, penal code section 240.20. It is a violation punishable by up to 15 days in jail. Okay, whatever. So, let's see here. New York penal section 240 by 240.20. A person is guilty of disorderly conduct with intent to cause public inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm, or recklessly creating a risk thereof. He engages in fighting or in violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior, or he makes unreasonable noise, or in a public place uses abusive or obscene language, or makes an obscene gesture, or without lawful authority he disturbs any lawful assembly or meeting of persons. Okay. He obstructs vehicular or pedestrian traffic, or he congregates with other persons in a public place and refuses to comply with a lawful order of the police to disperse, or creates a hazard or physically offensive condition. Alright. So, like, screaming at the fucking top of your lungs is a disorderly conduct, I guess. Let's look up what disorderly conduct is in Canada. Okay. Here we go. Can I go to Canada with a disorderly conduct? Alright, here we go. Disorderly conduct, this is Canada now. Damn, a disorderly conduct in fucking Canada would be, you know, one part of it is sexual offense against child. Let's look at that one. Wow. Alright. Can I go to Canada? Here we go. Here we go. Can I go to Canada with a disorderly conduct on my record in New York? Arrested on a misdemeanor charge in Albany, which I then pled down to violation of disorderly conduct, difficulty again. Okay, well. No, you will not have you will not find difficulty entering Canada for disorderly conduct unless it was for the subsection of inciting a riot. Some offenses, even though only violation can affect your entry into Canada, another violation that will definitely restrict you if convicted is a violation of driving while ability impaired. This is a charge pled guilty to many cases reduced. Driving while intoxicated, misdemeanor, okay. But Canada doesn't care if you plead guilty to the lesser charge instead of DWI. Any offense involving alcohol or drugs is considered a crime of moral turpitude. No future entry. After 5 years, you can apply to the Canadian consulate for a pardon. Alright. There was something else that was really, really interesting here. So, is disorderly conduct criminally admissible in Canada? From the information that I've gathered, disorderly conduct in itself does not make one inadmissible to Canada. According to the Canadian immigration, a person is criminally inadmissible if they have been convicted of, outside of Canada, 2 or more acts that, if committed in Canada, would be equivalent to summary offenses. Disorderly conduct in Canada is considered a summary offense. So if you only have been convicted of disorderly conduct and nothing else, you should not have to worry about being criminally inadmissible in Canada. Let's see. Alright. So it seems like you would, like, from what I understand, you would have to get, let's see here, the shit with Clint, okay? The shit with Clint got sealed. The shit with Barf got sealed. Or it got dropped, or whatever the fuck. But I don't understand it. It's just you have to be convicted of 2. If it's 2 violations or something, I'm inadmissible to Canada, I guess. I don't fucking know. But yeah. I believe that's how it is. So yeah. All right. So that's fucking bullshit, really. Because here's the thing. Canada, okay, this is what makes this bullshit max. Okay? Canada lets fucking people from ISIS in. Okay? Canada lets people from fucking ISIS into their country. Okay? There was a whole big thing where they were trying to take in people that were from ISIS in order to give them a better life or whatever. And this wasn't just these weren't just like refugees or anything like that. These were straight up fucking ISIS people that they were allowed to come into Canada and live. And they can go and do that, but I can't even go to the fucking Fallsview Casino and eat at their buffet because of the equivalent of a parking ticket. Now, that in itself is bullshit. That in itself is grade A bullshit. That in itself is USDA grade A bullshit. Well, I didn't want to do that. So, what the fuck? What's fucking up over here? So I got out of the fucking customs, and I was fucking pissed. I was completely fucking pissed. Okay, because that would mean that, like, I really wanted to fucking. I really wanted to fucking go to that fucking Mario Kart go-kart shit in Niagara Falls. But now I can't. I am criminally inadmissible to Canada now. Which is grade A bullshit. It is grade A USDA bullshit. It really is. And like I said, they let fucking ISIS people into their country. These are fucking terrorists. Okay? These are terrorists that blow up buildings and they fucking kill people. They kill people for their Allah. You know what I'm saying? And they want to live in fucking Canada. Well, now they can't. Now they're coming in, but I can't go to fucking Canada, to the fucking Fallsview, to fucking stuff my face for an hour and come back. It's like, what the fuck? And honestly, is it really worth it to do that consulate bullshit? Is it really that fucking... Is it really that fucking worth it to do the consulate shit? That's fucking bullshit. No, seriously, that is fucking bullshit. Is it even really worth it? Is it even worth it? This is the kind of shit. This is the kind of shit that just makes me want to fucking just move the fuck away from Western New York and Buffalo. This is honestly the shit that I'm talking about. I mean, there's no real reason for me to ever live here, right? Fucking bullshit. And what's this shit? I would get fucking 10 years in jail. That's fucking crap. 10 fucking years. See, that don't sound right. That sounds pretty fucking harsh. And I should also mention it's up to 10 years. Doesn't mean you're going to get the full 10 years, but you know. Especially when the same crime is committed in the States here. It's like 15 days in jail. And talk about draconian laws. You know? So, I was all fucking pissed off. And, didn't get my fucking buffet. So instead, I came back to the U.S. side. And I fucking went to Ponderosa buffet. I went to the Ponderosa buffet. Like the only fucking Ponderosa in fucking the world is in Niagara Falls, New York. Right there on the corner of fucking, I don't even know what the fuck street it is. Fucking Niagara Falls Boulevard and Military Road. So I fucking stuffed my face at fucking Ponderosa. And, I come back out. And I'm waiting at the fucking bus stop on, what was it, 80th Street? And who the fuck do I see walking around fucking 80th Street, Niagara Falls? Brian fucking Sook. Like, what the fuck was Brian Sook doing walking around there? He was with some other dude who was like real tall. I don't know who it was. I actually think it was Andrew Stack. I think that's who it was. But I really couldn't see who it was. Because he had like a hood up and shit. But he was walking with fucking Brian Sook. He was walking like 80th Street in Niagara Falls or something. Brian fucking Sook, and then he crosses the street. It was like, what's that street there? I was kind of like right on the corner of 80th Street and Niagara Falls Boulevard in Niagara Falls, New York. And it was right over there, and they walk across the street. And what was it? I think it was like a fucking bank or something. They were like walking through a parking lot, and then they just walked away. I'm pretty sure they saw me too. They didn't say anything. But, you know, Brian the Cat Killer Sook. Like, what the fuck? Like, Why the fuck am I seeing Brian the Cat Killer Sook in fucking Niagara Falls on like 80th Street and what was it? 80th and Niagara Falls Boulevard. I'm like looking at him, I'm like, what the fuck? Brian fucking, I'm looking at this fucking little midget running around. Brian fucking Sook. Brian the Cat Killer Sook. Fucking little midget, and then there's this tall guy. I think the guy that he was walking with was like fucking Andrew Stack or something. I don't know. I really couldn't see the face. Oh, but you could see fucking Brian Sook from a mile away. Fucking little fucking midget. He's like, Brian Sook's like fucking this tall. Fucking this tall. And he has that same fucking stupid fucking He-Man fucking bowl cut that he had back at the group home. He looks exactly the same as he did at that fucking group home. Okay? He's walking around all fucking waddling and shit. And, Brian fucking Sook. What a fucking retard. Fucking killing cats. The fuck is he doing killing cats? He's with this other tall guy. I didn't even see this guy. He was like wearing like a black jacket with a hood up over him. But I couldn't even see the other guy's face. But I believe it was Andrew Stack. I'm not sure, but I believe it was. I'm like 80% sure. It was Brian Sook and Andrew Stack fucking walking around fucking 80th Street in fucking Niagara Falls, New York. Like two fucking retards. One of them fucking killed a cat, and the other one raped a fucking 7-year-old. As far as from what I was told. From what I was told, and you know, you got to take it with a grain of salt here. But from what I was told by Sean Gaziak, okay, well, his word is pretty much useless. From what I was told by Sean Gaziak, Andrew fucking Stack raped a fucking 7-year-old. But you gotta remember, this is fucking Sean talking about this. Okay? This is fucking Sean. Sean Gaziak, and his word is hit or miss, you know. You really can't trust him. Cause he's a sneaky motherfucker. To say it lightly. He is a sneaky motherfucker. So, you know, as far as I know, Andrew Stack didn't do that. Andrew Stack doesn't like me, though. For some reason, Andrew Stack does not like me. And I don't know why. Oh, I know. It's because I fucking. It's because oh, you know what it was? It's because I posted that stupid fucking meme. The Jesus picture, and it offended him. Oh. Because he's like a born-again Christian, but he's like the fakest fucking Christian ever in the fucking world. He's a fake fucking Christian, that Andrew Stack. So he's up there with like fucking Mike Shearer and fucking Brian Hewlin. He's up there. And my Uncle Scott, he's up there with those. That's like top tier Christian hypocrisy right there. But Andrew Stack won't even talk to me because, oh my God, I fucking don't believe in God. And I posted a stupid meme, a stupid fucking picture of like, it was like some fucking, I forget what it was, but it was like some stupid fucking joke picture of like Jesus or something. And he got all pissed off. Well, the thing is if you're a fucking Christian, then you are supposed to forgive me. You are supposed to forgive, and that's the bottom line. Like, if you can't do that, then don't call yourself a Christian. Okay? If you can't forgive, then you're not a Christian. You're not being Christ-like. The word Christian means Christ-like. Okay? So that's what it means. Because remember, Jesus was actually Jewish. And then the people that followed him were Jewish. Jesus was a Jew. Okay? It's not a joke, he was a fucking Jew. Okay? Jesus was a Jew. Okay? Sorry, but he was. So and all his little followers were Jews as well, and after Jesus died, people that were that followed Jesus, they're the ones that set up, hey, let's start our own little sect, our own little religion, and call it Christianity. Which means that we're going to follow the teachings of Christ. We're going to follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was a Jew. Jesus Christ was not a Christian. Okay? Jesus Christ, like Christianity came from, you could probably say that Jesus founded Christianity, or was the inspiration for the whole religion of Christianity. And one of the things that Jesus taught to forgive. Okay, not half forgiveness, but total, full forgiveness. So, because I posted a joke picture of Jesus on Facebook, he got all pissed off, and he won't fucking talk to me. Well, Jesus doesn't like that. Jesus might not like the joke picture, but he definitely doesn't like Andrew Stack not fucking forgiving me. Just like Jesus doesn't like that my drunk Uncle Scott won't forgive me. Jesus is like, yeah, keep me out of it. Keep me out of it, fucking Scott. You keep me out of this, out of your bullshit. Keep me out of your bullshit, Jesus be like, I don't want anything to do with that. Stop saying that you're a Christian, because you're not. Brian Hewlin can't fucking forgive. I've been trying to apologize to that idiot for, I don't even know, like 10 years now. Won't fucking listen. but, you know, he's a fucking Christian, and he just won't forgive. So a lot of people are telling me that Brian Hewlin isn't actually a Christian, but I beg to differ. You know why? Because if he's not a Christian, he might not be a Christian, okay? But he's fucking using those Christian ideals and Christian words and phrases and terminology in order to fucking get money for his kids on his fucking GoFundMe page. So he's using shit, he's saying shit like, oh, these special angels, what the fuck? You're calling your kids special angels from heaven on your fucking GoFundMe page, but you're not a fucking Christian. So either you're trolling, and that would be like the greatest fucking thing. Either he's trolling these people out of their money by saying he's trying to get at the Christians, you know, if that's the case. Or he's just a fake fucking Christian that you know, thinks he believes in God, or thinks that he's following the teachings of Christ. Except Christ would forgive. Okay? Same thing with that fucking Father of the Year. I actually found out that Joe Conti guy, the guy that burned out his fucking house with a cigarette and a blowtorch, killed his fucking kid in the process. I heard that he was a Christian and then he goes to some church around here. Let me just say something about Joe Conti, okay, and his fucking cracked out looking daughter, and I have to say cracked out looking daughter because she looks like a fucking crackhead. It's not to say that she is, but she has that look to her. Just trying to make that clear, that she has the crack look to her. Him and the fucking cracked out looking daughter, you know, comes up, he starts accosting me on the fucking street. Fuck you. You know, and then the fucking cracked out looking daughter is driving by, gives me the fucking finger. Well, does Jesus approve of this? Does Jesus approve of you giving me the finger? Those two need to go back to their little fucking stupid fucking church, and they need to ask a priest. They need to ask whoever's running that church if Jesus would approve of them going after me because I said something. I said that the fucking house was a meth house or a meth lab or whatever the fuck I said. Because and you know, given the fucking neighborhood and the clientele that live around here, it was 80% a chance it would have been a meth house. 80% chance, 10%. It was. Here it is. It was either it was like 50-40 meth house or a racial tension. The other 10% would be just like other. That would have been like other, like electrical fire, you know, shit that like you could kind of understand. Shit that'll happen anywhere. You know. Now I guess you could call the other part part of, you know, you could call the fucking cigarette with the blowtorch thing other. It was a stupid other. It was retarded as fuck. And I still think they need to be charged with something. But you're going to go after me. You're going to go after me because I said that. You know, just fucking tell people it was a meth house. You'd be so much better off saying that. Okay? Because at least you wouldn't look like a fucking retard. Okay? You're better off just saying that. And I'm serious. Other fucking Christian hypocrites include Mike Shearer, who runs the Rocking Buffalo. Now, Mike, I don't know about him. He says he's a Christian, okay, but he won't let me come to his shows at the Rockin' Buffalo. He won't let me come to the Rockin' Buffalo to see fucking shows. He needs to forgive me. And what the fuck did I ever do to him? You know, what the fuck did I ever do to him? What the fuck did I ever do to him? I said... I said he looked like fucking Bruce... What was his... What's that fucking person? Bruce Jenner. I said he looked like fucking Bruce Jenner in one of his pictures, and he fucking does. I'm not gonna fucking lie. He fucking looked like Bruce Jenner in one of his fucking pictures. Back when Bruce Jenner was a fucking man, okay? Or I should say, well, you know, I'm speaking for, I'm speaking for back before we all found out that Caitlyn Jenner was a woman, you know. Back then, we're talking about like running days. So I guess it's appropriate to say Bruce Jenner, considering we're talking about him back in the day, back in when he was doing the running, because back then we knew him as Bruce. Okay. Are you gonna sit there and go after the fucking Wheaties box because it says Bruce Jenner? You know what I'm saying? Would you gonna like retroactively just start changing fucking historical shit because well you can't have this box because it calls a Bruce Jenner on the box, so you're gonna have to go retroactively go back and change it to say Caitlyn Jenner. Like, fuck that. You know, once the cutoff is right there, once he started saying, hey, call me Caitlyn, that's when, from that point on, that's when you can call her Caitlyn and not Bruce. Before that, it was Bruce. Okay? How about we just say that? She changed her name. Okay? Simple as that. I don't fuck. Because I had a friend that was that's transgender, and she got all pissed off when I said that. When I called when I called Caitlyn Jenner, I referred to her as Bruce, but I referred to her as Bruce while he was still a man. You know what I'm saying? You're all mad still. I don't know why. Is that supposed to be like offensive? I don't know. But it's just the fact that you're calling him Bruce Jenner, you know. I don't fucking know. It shouldn't be that offensive. It's not like we're calling. Whenever we refer, You know what I'm fucking saying. Don't fucking put words in my mouth. Meanwhile, this friend that I have, still has her fucking real name, or not real name, I should say. That's not appropriate to say. That was a slip of the tongue. I should say, she still has her, I guess you'd call it her original name, somewhere on Facebook. And I haven't really brought it up, but yeah, I mean, all she really did was she added an A to her original friggin' name. I'm not gonna say what it is, but all she did was when she changed over, she just added a fucking A to the end of her name. The original name was pretty much exactly the same as her new name, but they just added a fucking A. Ow, fuck. Because you know why I found out, you know how I found out, it's on her Facebook somewhere. I'm not gonna say, ow, fuck, my fucking leg. I'm not gonna say where, but it is on her Facebook. But you know how I actually found out is like, I actually knew somebody. Hold on. Because her name is like an Indian name, okay, and I'm not really familiar with like Indian names like that, like Asian Indian names and shit. Hold on, I'm not really familiar with them. To a certain degree, I'm not, but like it would be just something that I would never really think about. But here's the thing. There's actually a guy that works at the Tim Hortons. I believe it's the Tim Hortons at that they have. Oh, it's the Tim Hortons that's inside the ECMC, and there's a guy there that has. It was a guy that works there, just a regular fucking guy, and he has the same name as her, but it's without the A at the end of it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, and on her Facebook somewhere, I'm not gonna say where, but it says it somewhere. I can find it. Oh, fuck. Alright, where the fuck am I? Oh yeah, by the way. Where the fuck is it? By the way. Steak. Food pantry. Got this from the fucking food pantry. I'm gonna fucking throw it in my fucking thing here to thaw it out a little bit. So yeah, we get fucking steaks at fucking food pantry. Okay? Okay, Dave, we get fucking steaks. You should start going to that food pantry. It's like right next door to Dennis. Dennis the fucking Menace. It's right next door to Dennis. But no, this whole situation is kind of fucked up. Seriously though. The whole situation in general is all fucked up. So, Well, let's recap for a second, okay? First arrest in my life was, it was between me. Oh, I got more fucking pens here. I didn't know I had more pens. Fucking Lantis shit. Okay. I thought I was at my last pen. So, first arrest came from fucking Clinton Carr. Okay? And that shit was just a fucking back and forth thing. That was just like a little fucking spat between us. That was bullshit incarnate right there. But, and yeah, it got fucking dropped in the end, but. So we're not even gonna count that, okay? But yeah, okay, let's count it for a second. It's like, what the fuck did I ever do to Clint to fucking have him that pissed off at me? No, really, what the fuck did I do to him that got me that pissed off with him? That it pissed him off so much. What was the big offense that from Clint? What was that big offense? I'm fucking autistic. That's the whole reason he's pissed off at me. That's the whole reason. Oh shit. That's the whole fuck. That's the whole reason that Clint is pissed off at me. Or he got pissed off at me. Because I'm autistic. Clint doesn't like people who are autistic for whatever reason. He has something against people with autism. Okay? I don't know what it is, but he has his issues with them. And that's why I always say that anytime I'm banned from, anytime they fucking kick me out of a show or whatever, then it's all because of my autism. It's discrimination. That's why I always say that, because the reason why there's all kinds of beef between me and everyone else in the fucking music scene is because Clint created that beef. Clint created that beef because he thought it was funny, maybe. He thought it was cool. He thought, oh, he's just a fucking retard, whatever. But the real, and then when people sit there and say, we don't want you at this show, or that show, or this show, or that show, all they're doing is, they're just believing anything that Clint tells them. The whole point of, banning me from shows is because I'm autistic. Okay, here's a fucking stretch. Now, I'm going to try to make an analogy here. Okay, so here it goes. So, people like to say that the whole idea of police and cops is racist. The whole idea behind it is racist. Why? Because the police started out as a way for slave owners to catch runaway slaves. Okay, that's what people say. Now, I'm not talking about, I'm not saying that that's exactly how they started. What I'm saying is, back before, back when the country was just starting out, we didn't actually have police in the country. You know, we didn't actually have quote unquote organized police in the country. We didn't actually have organized police in the country until maybe like the fucking maybe maybe until like the 1910s. Okay? And it was like the first people that were like the police were like maybe like people that would hunt down runaway slaves. Now that's not to say that we didn't actually have a police force. What I'm saying is the idea of a patrol officer like that. We didn't actually have that until like the 1910s. And those originated from like slave catchers, where they would hunt down and bring back runaway slaves. All throughout history we've had all throughout history we've had police, but they were always like, all it was they were more like detectives. They were more like dicks, where people would go to them and say, hey, my friend was murdered, or my wife was murdered, or whatever, and then they would go out and solve the crime. Like, imagine a police force where it was just all dicks. That was pretty much what we had back in the day. And then the whole thing, then the whole thing with the slave catchers, and then in the turn of the century we actually had, patrol officers. And, well, people are saying that the idea of a patrol officer originated from slave catchers. And I don't know if that's true or not, but people say that. Okay? So they say that because of that police, the idea of patrol officers is racist, because it came from the idea of trying to catch these runaway slaves, right? So, with that said, I'm trying to make an analogy here, so bear with me. So with that said, if that's true, then your regular ass beat cop is, not saying that cop is racist, but I'm saying the whole idea behind the profession would be racist, because it originated from a racist idea, trying to catch these slaves that ran away. Now, that's kind of how I feel with the whole Clint situation. Okay? Like, to this day, the whole idea of banning me from these shows comes from the fact that Clint doesn't like autistic people. Okay? Now, that's not to say that, Mike Shearer or Brian Hewlin is racist in any way. I'm not saying that at all, but just the idea behind banning me from these places is ableist. They don't like it because I'm autistic. Not saying that Brian Hewlin or Mike Shearer are inherently, hate autistic people. But what I'm saying is the reason that they are banning me is because of lies that were made by Clint, because he doesn't like autistic people. You know what I'm saying here? So like, what the fuck did I ever do to Clint to fucking piss him off? Not much, when you actually think about it. Not much. I mean, people think that I had the funeral home shut down. I never had the funeral home shut down. Was I happy when the funeral home shut down? I saw it coming. I wasn't surprised. But, you know, whatever. So, like, people sit there and say, well, the real reason you're banned is because you went after Hewlin and his fucking kids. And, which I would say, okay. But when you boil everything down with that situation, okay, or somebody will say, oh, you're banned from these shows because you made a remark against Tony Lorenzo as well. Well, first of all, even though Tony Lorenzo's dead, I actually spoke to him. Oh shit. I actually spoke to him maybe like a week or two before he died. And I saw the fucking message, but because whoever fucking does his fucking Facebook now, when he died, I guess they deleted the account, but whatever. So the messages are still there, but it doesn't say Tony Lorenzo, it just says Facebook user. Okay? I actually still have them. So, before he died, he actually forgave me for what happened. Okay? Between me and him. I explained what I had to explain. And he said he was gonna fucking talk to Brian Hewlin and tell him to cut the shit too. I don't know if he did, but I don't know. So, I think Brian Hewlin watches these videos. Okay? So just know that Tony Lorenzo doesn't approve of your shit. Okay? So, anyway, everyone's saying that I'm banned from these metal shows because of the shit that happened between me and Tony and me and fucking Brian Hewlin and whatnot. And, okay, well, you still have to remember something, that when you boil it all down, there's no excuse for what I did, okay? When you boil it all down, okay, had Clint just not bothered me, because I never fucking bothered anyone until Clint started his bullshit on that relapse message board. I didn't bother anyone. I was well liked. Clint started his shit. I talked to him about it. He blows up. Okay. He starts telling all kinds of people that, oh, he's threatening to shoot up my place or whatever the fuck. He's spreading rumors. I'm getting attacked verbally by people, including Brian Hewlin, saying, you're a piece of shit, the whole fucking bit. I don't want you at my daughter's benefit show. I get fed up with his fucking insults. And then that's when I just fucking flip out on him. That's what happened. The whole fucking roller nigger thing was taken way out of context. I explained to Tony Lorenzo about it, and he understood. Okay? He understood why I said it after I explained it to him. And he was like, oh, well, that's not as bad as what we all thought. Now let me explain what happened again with that. So what happened was, on Relapse, there's actually 2 threads going on about me. There was the big thread called Dragonlordfrodo Buffalo's Jaffa. And then there was another little thread. I forget the name of it, but it was pretty much a thread that somebody made where they were like, it was a poll, and people were like, who would you rather be? Dragonlordfrodo or Stephen Hawking? And then it had a poll that said, like, you can pick either Dragonlordfrodo or Stephen Hawking. And then people are like, well, they're both retarded, or some bullshit like that. Who won the poll? I don't fucking remember. But it was retarded. They were like, yeah, they're just both retarded. Oh, really? Stephen Hawking's a retard? No, he said Stephen Hawking is just a retard in a wheelchair. And I said, oh, really? So people in wheelchairs are retarded, right? Everyone that's in a wheelchair is retarded, and Clinton said, yes, they are. And I said, so is Tony retarded? No, Tony Lorenzo, is he retarded? Are you gonna make a thread about him in a week, saying called Tony Lorenzo Buffalo's roller nigger? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do, Clint? That's the way I said it, and people took it the wrong way. People just thought I just called Tony Lorenzo the roller nigger. Like there was not, like I just said it like just to be fucking stupid. And when I actually explained it to him, he's like, oh, well, that's fucking dumb, but, I'm not really offended by it when you explained it to me. He said that he was going to go and tell fucking Hewlin to cuff the shit. And then fucking Tony died like a week later. I was like, damn. Did you go and tell fucking Brian to cut the shit? Then Brian killed him? Well, we're not gonna get into that conspiracy shit. But, whatever. But what the fuck did I do to Clint? Nothing. I was just fucking autistic. That's it. Everything that happened between me and Clint started. You know? Barf. What the fuck did I do to her? Seriously, what the fuck did I do to her to get me arrested? Let's think about it here. Let's think about it. What the fuck did I do to Barf to get me arrested? Oh, well, here's what it said on the report. I was going to her house and going to her work. And saying that I was going to rape her. I think she said it was on Facebook that I said it. Or something like that. Okay. Well, I actually never said I was going to rape her. In fact, I wouldn't rape her with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't rape her with fucking Brian's dick, okay? Let's get that out of the way. So anyway, what the fuck did I do to her? Oh, I showed up at her fucking work. So now that's a crime? That's a fucking crime? What about when she showed up at my work? And when she showed up at my work, what'd she do? She showed up, did a video, and got me fired. And I showed up at her work, and what the fuck did I do? I showed up at her work, and I bought something. Okay? I supported the business. Okay? I didn't go there and get her fired. I went there and I shopped. Okay? Does that mean that technically, if she went into my work, I can have her fired? Oh, of course not, because she's not also going to my house. So again, is it a crime to go past? Is it a crime to fucking walk down someone's street? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. And if she was supposedly at work, then how the fuck can... Come on, Ruby. If she was at work, then how the fuck does she why the fuck does she care if I'm going down her street? She's not at work, or she's at work. She's not at home. She can't be two places at once. How can I harass her at work and then go harass her at fucking home when she's at work? Technically, I was still within the fucking... I was within the 100 feet that said I can be from her house. Like, if there was a restraining order on me that said I couldn't be within 100 feet of her house, I didn't violate it. Because I'm pretty sure that across the street is a little more than 100 feet. I'll say that if, I walked past her house on her side of the street, I'd probably be in violation. But the other side of the street, fair game. Her work, well, that's a different story. That was a public place. But exactly what did I do to her? I mean, she has to admit that I didn't do anything to her house when I walked by it. Okay? She has to admit that I didn't harass her at work when I shopped there. I didn't even see her. Meanwhile, she goes to my work and she fucking bothers me. Has me fired from my job. She did a lot more to me than I did to her. And what happened after all that? She got a fucking rock opera written about her. Oh my god. That's fucking funny. But did it fucking affect anything remotely about her? No. Did it get her fired from a job? No. Did it get her arrested? No. Did it get her evicted from an apartment? No. Did it cause her to lose all kinds of fucking money? No. Anything that happened Anything that I did was either just fucking goofing off with the rock opera, or it was me just doing fucking errands that she didn't like. Now, what the fuck did she do to me? Got me fired from the casino, which I'm still pissed off about. She had me arrested because I went to her work and I walked down her street. And that was it. She said that I threatened to rape her. And that kind of hurts. Because, like I said, and I'm still gonna fucking say it too. I don't care how it fucking sounds. But like I said, she came to my house, okay? She came to my house willingly. That's all we did was fucking play video games and watch movies. You know? Never tried to take advantage of her. Although I do believe one time I asked her if she would give me a blowjob. I think I asked Barf once if she would give me a blowjob, and she just said no. And I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, whatever. But, you know, all we did was we hung out, watched movies, played video games. We didn't fucking fuck. We didn't fucking suck, blow, and eat. We didn't fucking. We never fucking made out or anything like that. So it's like, where the fuck does the rape shit come in? You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck that shit came from. Nothing like sexual. I remember she like fucking made out with bologna arm once. With fucking tongue. I forget what it was though. They were playing some like game. I forget what game it was though. But it was some like board game. And it was almost like a truth or dare game, I think it was. It was a little bit more than that. It was pretty much like a truth or dare game. And Bologna, I'm going to said that Yeah, the reason, that time when fucking Barf made out with him, it was actually supposed to be the protected party that was supposed to make out with Baloney Arm. Oh God, could you imagine? Can you imagine how that would have went? He was fucking drunk and sloppy. Oh God. This drunk, sloppy bitch. And, just a drunk, fucking sloppy bitch. Making out with a drunk, sloppy man with Baloney Arm. This jug of grapes. And if the protected party, I guess the protected party, refused to do it though. And, what else? So what the fuck did I do to the protected party to get her all pissed off? Well, this one might be a little more complicated. But I don't think it helped that I fucking made a threat toward her. Even if it was like an unrealistic threat, it wasn't smart. However, I do believe that she should have taken that threat with a grain of salt. Okay. She wasn't fucking scared, I know. She wasn't scared. You know how I know she wasn't scared? Because I watched her get the shit beat out of her by fucking Tom Makowski. And I watched her get the shit beat out of her by Joe Winter at LaSalle Station. And Maxine Waxrod, by her own admission, I didn't see this happen, but by her own admission, Maxine Waxrod fucking punched her in the face at the town ballroom, in the bathroom, I guess it was. Now, she didn't call the police over that. Didn't call the police over that, but as soon as I fucking said what I said, the gloves came off, and dicks were here. Which, okay, I'm not justifying what I said. I'm just saying that she shouldn't have been scared. One, it was an unrealistic threat. You can't actually rip a baby out of somebody's womb with your bare hands. Now I know Dan Haynes showed me an article about some guy that cut a baby out of some chick's womb. Or it was a woman, I don't remember. But with that said, that wasn't the threat. The threat was, and I quote, I want to go to her house and rip the baby out of her womb. That was it. Now, you can't really do that in real life. I mean, maybe there's a trick or something, like, maybe there's like a trick to doing it. Like how people can rip a phone book in half. There's actually a trick to doing that. I could do it. But there's actually a trick involved. If I have a fucking magazine or something, I'll do it right on tape. I would too. Oh shit. Oh well. You can do it with a phone book. You can rip a phone book in half. I can do it because it's not really about the strength. There's actually a trick to doing it. Look, you don't have to be strong to do it. You have to know what you're doing. So if I had a fucking magazine or something, I could do it. Like, I could rip a Bible in half, like, the long way. And just take a closed Bible and just go like that. You can do it. There's a trick to doing it. You don't have to be fucking strong to do it. Any fucking wimp can do it. So I'm thinking that there may be a trick to ripping a baby out of someone's womb. Do I know it? I don't know. I don't know any fucking trick. There might be. I don't know. It's like how people like in the army, they learn how to rip people's ears off and shit. And pretty much, I guess what you do is you just take someone's ear and just rip straight down. And you can like tear off their fucking ear. And just rip their ear off. But the thing with the protected party, though, is that we went back a long, long fucking time. Now let's face it. 11 years now? Yeah. And I'll give credit where credit's due. Okay? The protected power, when she was being interviewed by Dick Griffin, okay, 95% of what she told him was true. Yes, we met at fucking Thursday in the Square. I don't think she actually said that. I think she just said a concert. I don't really remember. I gotta look at the fucking statement again. But yes, it was during Eric Burden and the Animals. August, it was like late August of that year. What, 2006 or something. The very next day I got gravy. Not because of her, but I got I got gravy from my fucking cousin. Well, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. But, you know, whatever. Wow. But yeah, what the fuck did I do to her? Well, it's just a lot of bad mouthing her, I guess. You know, that's pretty much it. Then the threat really did it in. But in reality, what have I actually done? It's just a lot of bad mouthing her. So I still think that my intentions were noble. But the execution of it went pretty bad. Oh shit. Excuse me, I gotta take a leak. Hold on. Hi, Gravy. No, what? Seriously though, what the fuck did I ever do to her? Okay, so let's break it down here. So why do we even have a falling out to begin with? Well, it was because I was just tired of her bullshit. I was tired of her bullshit with fucking Tom, like, right in front of people. The fucking Tom in front of people. And what else? You know, fucking the dog, the drunk shit was just annoying. I didn't really want to deal with her, really. It was just too much for me, to be honest. It was just too fucking much to deal with her, and I didn't want anything to do with it. Especially when it came to, like, the dog fucking thing, like, that was just fucking gross. I'm sorry. But, you know, the drunken shit, that was just fucking, that was just her being her, you know, but, I don't know. So I just stopped talking to her. I left, I stopped talking to her. And that was it. There's, nothing else I can do about that, you know? There really is nothing else I can do about that, you know, except, I don't know, but whatever. And then, you know, throughout the years, you know, running into her throughout the years was just a lot of trouble. It was just a lot of trouble running into her because she would just fucking start shit every time. And at one point she was making threats toward me. She was making threats toward me at one point. And I actually went to the police over that, and they just said, we can't do anything about this because it's on the internet. Ooh. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then that to me told me that, well, if it's on the internet, then it should be on the internet for everyone, right? That means I can make threats against her on the internet as well. And in a way, you know, so I actually didn't think that saying what I said would have got me in trouble, considering it was on the internet. You see what I'm saying here? I mean, you can't sit there and go after one person for something and then, you know, say that, well, this other person can do whatever the fuck they want because it's on the internet. You know, it makes no fucking sense, really. But that's what happened. Like, we'd run into each other at, like, shows and shit. And she would, like, start trouble. Like, she'll start... Like, I wouldn't... Like, me and her would be at a show together, right? And we'd be at the same fucking place. And I would just, like, let her be. I would just ignore her or whatever. But then she'll have, like, people come up to me and say, stop bothering her or something, you know? Just start fucking trouble like that. Or you're following her around. Following her around in the fucking bar here. I'm fucking standing against a fucking wall. How the fuck am I following her around? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they meant like I'm following her to the club. But no, I'm here because I'm here. It's like you can't really blame me for coming to this place because, you know, that's just the way it is. So oh God. So then, you know, with that said, you know, find out she got pregnant, and I was just like, you know what? I want to deal with this the way that I think I should deal with it. Which is, I'm going to call CPS. I'm going to call Child Protective Services on her. Because knowing our history, I feel that she's a danger to herself. And to be honest, I don't care if she's a danger to herself. She could be a danger to herself. I don't really give a shit. But the thing is that I felt like she was a danger to herself and to her kids. Or her daughter, I should say. Not kids. But I felt like she was a danger to her kid at the time. Just her being around, you know, I didn't know what the fuck I didn't know how she was gonna raise her kid. You know, I didn't know if for all I know that kid could grow up just like her. Then we have to deal with two of her, you know what I'm saying? But I called CPS on her, and I got a call back from I don't know who it was, and they said you can't call CPS on her anymore. I said, why not? Consider harassment. If you do it again, we'll come and arrest you. Okay then. So I'm not allowed to call fucking CPS on somebody. Even if I believe that they are a danger to themselves or to others. Others being kids, children. And I know it happened maybe 11 years prior, but you know, it's just something that you just want to make sure is fine. Really, my intentions were noble, so but whatever. Then I found out she got pregnant again, and that's when I said, you know what, the justice system has failed, and I'm gonna say my 2 cents. And if people agree with me, then they fucking agree with me. And then that's when I made a scathing rant. I don't even remember half the shit I said. But I did make a threat, and we're not going to repeat the threat. I've repeated it a couple times in this video already, but, you know, you don't want to keep repeating that. But to be honest, I don't even remember what I said. Like, it was just, like, I just remember that it was bad. It was like the most offensive video I have ever made, I believe. I was just rapid fire. Just fucking tearing this chick a new asshole on tape. And I believe if I didn't say what I said, I wouldn't have gotten arrested. If I didn't make that threat, I wouldn't have gotten arrested. But it was bad. Like, I do remember some of it. I said something like, like I said, that she's not gonna learn until her baby grows up to be a retard. I don't even remember. I know something was like that. And then I said something like, I will sit here and I will pay for an abortion for her and all this other shit. And then 2 days later I get the dicks at my door. Like, oh boy, what the fuck is this? Whatever, fuck you. You know? But it was like, you know, and I keep remembering this too. Dick Griffin was outside my door here, and he actually said, he actually made it a point to tell me that she lost a baby for some reason. I'm like, why the fuck you telling me this? And somehow I kept on thinking that he's telling me this because they're gonna try to pin her losing the baby on me somehow. Like somehow they're gonna try to charge me with some like a murder or something because she was pregnant. I made that video. She watched the video, and then she got so upset that she just kind of had a miscarriage right there. My face, this face gives women miscarriages, okay? Ah, fuck. It's weird. It's weird. This is the kind of face that gives women miscarriages. Pregnant woman sees my face, they just automatically have a fucking miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? Juicy had a miscarriage. I bet you it was because of my face. I don't know. It's not funny though. It's not. But somehow I felt like they were going to try to charge me with that. And all I can think of is like, how the fuck are they going to charge me with that? I have nothing to do with her miscarriage. First of all, okay, first of all, she took the time and she chose to watch the video that I made. She didn't like say, I'm not gonna watch this. She knew damn well she would get upset by what I was gonna say. She chose to watch it. Second, people were saying, well, you threatened a pregnant woman. My mom, that was the big thing my mom said. She said that like over and over. You threatened a pregnant woman. Actually, technically I didn't threaten a pregnant woman because she had a miscarriage. She wasn't pregnant anymore. So technically I didn't threaten a pregnant woman. Now, by the time I was arrested, okay, she did have the miscarriage. You would have to prove that video was what caused the miscarriage, and not like some stupid fucking shit that she was drinking, some fucking dollar store fucking beer, or her hair dye, or whatever the fuck she does. You know. Or like one of her, she was getting a fucking tattoo while pregnant. That can cause a miscarriage. Hair dye, miscarriage. Dollar store beer, oh my god. Miscarriage up the asshole. You would have to prove that my fucking video would cause something like that. You know? And I think they were trying to get me on some kind of manslaughter or murder charge or something over that miscarriage. I think that's why he was out there, and he said, yeah, she had a miscarriage. Like, why would you tell me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like a private thing. Like, why would you say something like that? Like, okay, well, what are you trying to get at here? Are you trying to get at that my video caused that? Dick Griffin would have to try to prove that video caused it, and not anything else that she was doing. Because miscarriages can happen just anyway. It could just happen. It's kind of natural. It can just happen. And it is what it is. Whatever. But it could happen because of nothing. Or it can happen because she was fucking drinking that dollar store beer that she fucking drinks. Or she was drinking that, whatever, that natty ice shit. Or it was because of that fucking hair dye. Or more tattoos. Who knows? One of her fucking piercings could have had some kind of lead or something in it that got into her bloodstream and caused it. I don't fucking know. There was a lot of factors going in there. So, you have to prove that the video caused the miscarriage. And if the video caused the miscarriage, then we'll go back to what I just said. My face causes fucking pregnant women to have miscarriages. Which is actually kind of funny and sad at the same time, but I digress. Now, okay, I made a threat toward her, and it was a very unrealistic threat. And even my lawyer said that, well, if you didn't take that plea deal, it would have been dismissed anyway, because it would have been dismissed anyway due to what do you call it? Because it really wasn't a realistic threat. I mean, I would have probably still stayed in jail, but they would have had to dismiss it because it was an unrealistic threat. I threatened to rip a baby out of her, and you really can't do that. I mean, you really can't rip a baby out of someone like that. It's like saying, I'm gonna go to your house and rip your soul out, And like that's unrealistic too, especially for her, considering she's an atheist. Okay? And atheists don't believe in souls. So it's like this. Either she's an atheist and she doesn't believe in souls, or she has to say she's a Christian or whatever and believes in souls, and that she actually thinks that I have the power to like rip a fucking soul out of her, like I'm Shang Tsung from fucking Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying here? It's like, what am I gonna do? Like, fucking hold her up by the neck and just go, and just rip the fucking soul right out of her? It goes right in my hand or something, like Shang Tsung. Ugh. Sometimes you just need common sense. I don't think that this girl was like... I think she... You know what I think it was? I don't think she was actually scared of what I said. I think what happened was... She just wanted to fucking start trouble, and that's what she did, and she got me for... She had something she could start with me with, and that's what happened. I got arrested. I don't think she was actually scared of what I said. But I do think that she was using it as a way, you know, to fucking start shit. It's my only fucking thing, but you know what? Now I'm paying the price. Now in 5 years, in 2022, now I have to go petition the fucking Canadian consulate in New York City in order to get my fucking head hurts. After this, I'm gonna lay down. And now I have to go petition the Canadian consulate to let me back into fucking Canada. I gotta do that. 5 years from now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I'm so fucking tired. This rough day. Head fucking hurts. After this fucking... Like, I can't even keep my eyes open. But I think after this video, I'm gonna go upstairs and go to fucking sleep. But yeah, that was my fucking crazy ass fucking day. So, banned from Canada. And this is something that you know, this is one of those things that I just want to fucking move away from Western New York because I just don't feel like dealing with the shit here anymore. I just don't feel like dealing with this shit in Western New York anymore. Ugh. I honestly don't feel like dealing with it anymore. So, yeah, so this is Dragonlordfrodo, and I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.